Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you very much, guys. It's really motivating. I've seen the previous videos, the likes and the shares and everything. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Today, I'm here to cook Mutton Dalcha, which is a very famous dish from South India. So I'm going to use split chickpeas and then Calabash, which is also called Gaurd. Indian languages it's called Loki, and South Indian it's called Sorakai. And I'm going to use some mutton. Let's get it going. So I've got everything prepared here, all my tables set, and I'm going to cook in using instant pot, which is very good, which is very nice. It's like a steam pressure cooker, and it all contains everything inside, and it's really amazing. So let's get it kick-started. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do, I've got my mutton, so I'm gonna do some marination. It's really not required to marinate. We can directly start with the pan itself and then start switching on. Either you can use an instant pot. Today I'm gonna show you an instant pot, but you can either use a pressure cooker or anything without even marination. But I would love to do marination because all the ingredient, the spices that get soaked in, and you get a taste on this on the piece as well. Even when you cut the piece, it gets soaked inside the piece, and it's just very good. So I prefer marinating every time, any chicken or lamb or mutton or anything. So I'm gonna use ginger garlic paste, freshly grounded. And then I've got some green chilies. So either I can put some oil and saute with the green chilies, but I like the chili spice which gets into the pieces as well. So I'm gonna add those. Just gonna put some olive oil. It helps us to bind all the ingredients. I'm using red chili powder, turmeric, as usual, our famous ingredient, Garam Masala. I'm going to add some Cumin Powder, salt to taste, and some black pepper. Just the basic stuff. What I'm going to do once I'm done this, I'm just going to leave it for 10 minutes so the spices get soaked inside. I don't need to marinate and keep it for 40 minutes or 50, but I just want to soak them in, and that should do the job. Another two ingredients I've got to prepare. That's Gaurd, Calabash. I've got big chunks because lamb's going to take a long time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook 3 of them in a stage wise. So first I'm going to cook 10 minutes lamb, and then I'm going to add my chickpeas. So here what I did is I soaked them for like more than 4 hours, and I just put it in the boiled water and soaked them for 4 hours. And now once I cooked for 10 minutes of the lamb, then I'm going to add this, and then I cook 10 more minutes, and then at the final part I'm going to put Calabash, because these two need to be cooked first before we add the Calabash. These are vegetables are very soft. You can even eat it in a raw. It's like cucumber. So, okay. So stay tuned, guys. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll just make them rest for a while, and then I'll start cooking the process. And then I'm going to directly show you how to start and what needs to be added first, and how do you go about doing Mutton Dalcha. Thank you. Guys, I'm back. So what I did is I just set up my instant pot in a saute mode. So I'm going to start adding a bit of olive oil. Guys, you can either use olive oil if you want to cook using sunflower oil, you're welcome. And I would prefer olive oil or coconut oil. So, but today I'm going to use olive oil, and then I'm going to start cooking. So I'm going to show you the ingredients, guys. So there's other things that I like to add in all my Indian recipes. These are the dry spices. So you got bay leaves, betel nuts, star anise, cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, and some black pepper. So those are things. And these are very nice, guys. So I'm not gonna. So even the Garam Masala, which you use, most of them we use this to roast them and prepare our Garam Masalas. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add those. Let them simmer for like a couple minutes, just to turn roast the color or anything. So the peppers are popping out, so I think we are good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the mutton, which I got marinated. So they were soaked for a few minutes, guys, so it should be good. And then I'm going to slowly add them. So this is also high-packed protein food, guys. So very healthy food. So it depends upon what kind of oil you're using, but it's really good. This can be eaten with plain rice and butter naans or jeera rice, and you can find the jeera rice in my previous video. So it's very simple. So the jeera rice and the Mutton Dalcha goes very well, and also with the biryanis. So most of the time in India we serve Mutton Dalcha, which like biryani. People sometimes prefer Mutton Dalcha over like a non-veg biryani, so they say they order some veg biryani with some Mutton Dalcha, and it's really amazing. So I'm gonna just saute the mutton where I can see, when I can see the oils are oozing out. Then I'm going to add some water and then cook it for 10 minutes. So lamb and mutton, it takes around 25 minutes. Even Instant Pot, they got a setting which is already set up. You just click on it and it gives you like 26 minutes for cooking. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the default settings, but I know how much long this needs to be cooked, because I'm going to keep on adding the other stuff on a stage wise. Alright, so I'm going to add water now, so I can see those oils are oozing out from the pieces. That should be good. Give it a quick stir so all the ingredients are soaked evenly. Alright, that should be good. and I'm gonna pressure cooker it for 10 minutes. Okay, be right back, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, 10 minutes mutton's cooked now, so I'm gonna open it. That looks amazing. So I'm gonna start with the second stage now. I'm adding the split piece. So as I mentioned earlier, what I did is I soaked them in hot water, so for 4 hours. So they're mostly done. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it 10 more minutes. And the next ingredient I'm gonna add is tamarind paste. So what I did is I soaked the tamarind. I don't like to use the ready-made tamarind, so I soaked the tamarind and then I squeeze them, and then I've got a bit of puree, so I'm going to add that. The final ingredient on the second stage is chopped tomatoes. Gotta give it a mix. So as you can see that I haven't used any onions. So usually in dal I don't use onions, but what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some brown onions. So these are ready made, so I'm just going to use them. And I've left it some, so I'm gonna use it as a garnish. Give it a quick stir. Looks like lamb is almost done, so just gonna cook it for 10 more minutes. With just added ingredients, and then I'll be back, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, I think the split peas are now cooked, so let me just open. That looks tasty already. So what I'm going to do is, before I add my calabash or the bottle gourd, I just need to make sure the peas are mashed. So I'm going to use my whisk, and I'm going to try and mix it very well, thoroughly, so that they get mashed. Okay, stay tuned, guys. I'll be back soon. So there you go, guys. It took a lot of efforts. There are still some peas which I couldn't mash. Okay, what I'm gonna suggest you guys to do is, I think it's better that you cook the peas and then mash it up and then add it onto the mutton. So it makes your life easy, because I struggle a lot to make sure my pieces don't get mashed up or anything. So it took me a long time. So right, so that's the best option, guys. What you do is cook the peas, split peas, and then mash them and add it onto the mutton. Okay, now the final step, I'm adding the calabash, bottle gourd. I'm just gonna give it a stir. This is gonna look amazing, guys. Okay, gonna add a bit of water, because the peas made the gravy very thick. I don't want to burn the bottom of the pan. Alright, so 10 more minutes and we are done. and they should be ready for serving. Okay, stay tuned guys. See you in 10 minutes. Alright guys, the wait is over. That looks awesome guys. The bottle gourd is also cooked. Yeah, that's also very soft. Okay, the next step is the final step. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this out into a bowl and I'm gonna do a bit of tadka, which is tempering. Okay, stay tuned guys. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm just got some more fried onions, so I'm just going to toss it on that for final garnish. That's it guys. Mutton Dalcha is done and dusted and ready to eat. Thank you very much for your time. Please like, share and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the video. See you again guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.